all, always dream higher. Always dream higher because nothing is impossible. The word itself says I am possible. Okay, so today what we are going to learn, you only guess what you are going to learn. So right now I am going to give you some sentences, identify which sentences they are. Okay, first one. See that everybody should note it down in your notebooks. I want everybody should note it down. The sentences, what I am writing is down. See the first one. I can dance beautifully. I think so you can understand the meaning of this sentence. I can dance beautifully. Second one. The moon was bright and we could see our way. This also, I think so you can understand. The moon was bright and we could see our way. Third sentence. I will give you 5 sentences. Okay. His courage won him honor. His courage won him honor. So also it's meaningful. The fourth one. They rested when evening came. They rested when evening came. One more. Anil called him and Anil called at 5:30 and I told him that you had gone out. Anil called at 5:30 and I told him that you had gone out. So these are the sentences. So these are the 5 sentences. Do you feel any difference in these sentences? guess? Any idea? I will read for you all. First one, I can dance beautifully. Second, the moon was bright and we could see our way. Third, his courage won him honor. Fourth, they rested when evening came. Fifth, Anil called at 5:30 and I told him that you had gone out. Any idea? No idea? Then what? Airtel? Jio? Any idea? No idea. Okay, fine. So I will help you out. This sentence, if we just focus on this sentence, I can dance beautifully. Simply giving you the meaning of this sentence is that I can dance beautifully. Means I can dance beautifully. In this, if you observe, there is subject and the predicate. I is the subject, can dance beautifully. Very good. So one subject, right? And here comes, this is the predicate. I am writing SP. So this is simple sentence. I will say it is a simple sentence. Fine. Let's go for the second one. The moon was bright and we could see our way. So if you observe, there are two sentences. The moon was bright, right? And here, and has joined two sentences. As you know, and is a conjunction, coordinating conjunction. Okay, it is joining two sentences. Then, in a sentence, like the first one, subject and predicate. Same thing in second one, there are two subjects, two predicates, right? Because there are two sentences. And two sentences are joined using the conjunction, coordinating conjunction. When two sentences are joined using coordinating conjunctions, then it becomes what? Which sentence? Compound sentence. You can just write it down. Then it is a compound sentence. Shift to the third one. His courage won him honor. Now any idea what is the first one? His courage won him honor. There is no any conjunctions, nothing is used, simply one subject and predicate is there. So that's why this is which sentence? Simple sentence, right? Then it is simple sentence. Let's go to fourth one. They rested when evening came. They rested when evening came. Now here the word when is a WH words and it is I can say they is a principal clause and rested is a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Or I can say they rested principal clause when evening came subordinate clause. So I will just change that so you will be clear. This is principal clause, they rested principal clause and from where? Here subordinate clause. Now what is principal clause and what is subordinate clause? Principal clause means independent. Independent means the sentence, the group of words can stand by itself. So it has a complete meaning, they rested. It has a meaning, then it becomes a principal clause. When evening came. When evening came is a subordinate clause because if I say only when evening came, can it stand by itself? There is not a complete meaning, incomplete meaning. So it needs principal clause. And when the sentence is supported, dependent on each other, then it becomes which sentence? It becomes complex sentence. It becomes complex sentence. Fifth one, Anil called at 5:30 and I told him that you had gone out. Now here you can see mix up. If you have observed, Anil called at 5:30 and conjunction is there. And I told him that, here that is there, it's a clause. So Anil called at 5:30 and I told him that you had gone. At this time, now you will be confused now which sentence it is, compound or complex, right? But here you can see Anil told him at Anil called at 5:30 is one sentence. I told him that you had gone out, it becomes another sentence, and here also you can say this is a compound sentence. But you will say there is that, then why can't it be complex sentence? So definitely if you are saying that this is a complex sentence, okay, so there can be double compound and there can be double complex also. There is not compulsory that only one complex sentence should be there. So everything detailed will be taught to you, no issues. So what we are going to learn today? Any idea? I think so you got an idea. Yeah, we are going to learn today sentences, that is we are going to learn to identify simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So title you are going to write it, simple, compound, and complex sentence. So today we are going to learn identifying simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. Right? Yes. So I am going to erase this. Today we are going to learn simple sentence. First we are going to learn the simple sentence. Leave one line and just write it down, the simple sentence. Okay. So simple sentence is a sentence. I am just writing down. Simple sentence is a sentence. Simple sentence is a sentence having one subject and one predicate. Having one subject So what is simple sentence? Simple sentence is a sentence having one subject and one predicate. So any sentences but having only one subject and one predicate, it is simple sentence. I think so. What is subject and predicate? What is subject and predicate? Subject which tells about someone or something who is the doer, and what is predicate? Telling about the subject, that is predicate, the remaining part of that noun. Subject means it comes noun. You know what is noun? Noun is a name of a person, place, animal and so that part will come the subject and the remaining part is predicate. So only one subject and one predicate is simple sentence, and I will give you examples. You can write it the 5 examples. First one. I will write it there. Put the books on the table. Put the books on the table. These are the examples of simple sentences. Put the books on the table. Second one. A gang stood in front of me. A gang stood in front of me. Third one. A castle was heavily bombed not many. The castle was heavily bombed during the war. During the war. And the fourth sentence can be seen down. There are many apples on the tree. There are many apples on the tree. We are going to write one more example, no doubt. I want to become an astronaut. I want to become an astronaut. I think so you have done it, Sandra. So this is a simple sentence. Once again, a small summary. Not a small summary, it's a summary. Simple sentence is a sentence having only one subject and one predicate. That is simple sentence. Okay. There will be no extra like two subjects and one predicate or one subject, two predicates. No. So make it very clear. Only one subject and one predicate is a simple sentence. If there is two subjects or two predicates, then what we are adding? We are adding conjunctions. That is and, or, because. These all words we use. Then that word, then it becomes a compound sentence. Okay, naturally then that it becomes a compound sentence. So having only one subject and one predicate is simple sentence. So we are going to shift to compound sentence. Now I am just going to erase this. Okay. So next you are going to write compound sentence. Next you are learning compound sentence. Okay. Now what is compound sentence? Write it down. I will write the definition. Sentences having two or more, instead of subject I am using two or more principal clause or subordinate clause sentences having two or more principal clause or subordinate clause, then it is compound sentence. Okay, before that, using the word, using coordinating conjunctions, using coordinating conjunctions to a more principal clause or subordinate clause using coordinating conjunctions, then it is compound sentence. So compound sentence, sentences having two or more principal clause or subordinate clause using coordinating conjunctions, then it is compound sentences. It is a compound sentence. So what are the coordinating conjunctions? Conjunctions that join two words or two sentences. Conjunctions that joins two nouns or two phrases. That is conjunctions. The words like and, or. These are the coordinating conjunctions. Because, neither, nor, either, or. Words we are using this. These are the compound sentences. So we will write the examples. So I will write here 2-3 examples and then I will erase it. Then so we will write the examples. First one. The horse reared. It's not working. And the rider was thrown. The horse reared and the rider was thrown. Second one. Man is guided by reason and man is guided by reason and beast by instinct. Man is guided by reason and beast by instinct. Third one. She must weep or she will die. She must weep or she will die. Okay, so I am going to erase here. I think so I can erase the definition. Hope so you have written the definition. So I am just erasing this so that I can continue with the examples. I like coffee and Mary likes tea. I like coffee and Mary likes tea. Our car broke down and we came last. Our car broke down and we came last. Just write it down, the examples of compound sentences. once again I will just read for you. First one, the horse reared and the rider was thrown. Second, man is guided by reason and beast by instinct. Third, she must be or she will die. Fourth, I like coffee and Mary likes tea. Fifth, our car broke down and we came last. If you have observed, the sentences are joined with conjunctions using, I think so all the sentences I have used and only. Here I have used or, and here and here and. That means two sentences it is joined by using conjunctions. Hope so you have understood this. Let's shift to next week sentence. I think so you can tell me next week sentence. Till then I will just erase this. So next we are going to learn, yeah, correct, complex sentence. Next we are going to learn the complex sentence. Now what is complex sentence? It is complex. It is confusing, right? Not at all. It's not at all. It's not at all confusing. It's very, very, very easy. It's very easy to identify the complex sentence. And now I think so it is very easy for you to identify the simple sentence and compound sentence. Now definitely the remaining sentences are put it in complex. No worries. Okay, so write the definition. A complex sentence. A complex sentence has one main clause. Okay, one main clause. A complex sentence has one main clause and two or more subordinate clause. Two or more subordinate clauses. A complex sentence has one main clause and two or more subordinate clause, then it becomes a complex sentence. Now if we talk about the main clause and principal clause and dependent clause, independent clause and dependent clause, principal clause and subordinate clause. Principal clause is also known as main clause. You can just write it down. Principal clause is also main clause. Principal clause is also a main clause. Subordinate clause means which cannot be stand itself. It means the group of words cannot have the complete meaning. It is incomplete meaning. That is subordinate clause. Okay. So only one main clause, principal clause. Now what is principal clause and main clause? Can stand itself. Can stand itself. It can stand itself means group of words that have complete meaning. That is can itself. So I am just writing here in the bracket group of words having complete meaning. Having complete meaning. Okay. Group of words having complete meaning. It is principal clause, main clause that can stand itself. Okay. So next we are writing here subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Now what is subordinate clause? Definitely the remaining part of the principal clause. The remaining part of the principal clause is a subordinate clause, but why we say subordinate? Because it needs help. Because that group of words cannot stand itself. It doesn't have the complete meaning. The meaning is incomplete. So it needs the principal clause. So subordinate clause that cannot stand itself. That is subordinate clause that cannot stand itself. It means the group of words is dependent on principal clause. So I will write here in bracket group of words dependent on principal clause. Okay, so group of words dependent on principal clause, that is subordinate clause. So I will give you 5 examples which will make you easy to identify the difference between the main clause and the subordinate clause. And when there is one main clause and more than one, that is two or more than two, I can say 2 or more than 2 subordinate clause, then it becomes complex sentence. Then it becomes khichdi, complex, right? So that we are going to eat right now. So shall I raise this? Okay. So now I am going to give you examples of complex sentences. So right now you are going to write the examples. First one. Because my coffee was too cold, and I heated it in microwave. I heated it in microwave. Second, although he was wealthy, although he was wealthy, he was still unhappy. The second example. I went because I was invited. I went because I was invited. Fourth one. She returned the computer after she noticed it was damaged. Shall I erase the first one? I think so I can erase. Customers products. Customers buy less products whenever prices customers buy less products whenever prices goes I have it, right, goes up. So customers buy less products whenever prices goes up. So now here I am going to, so now you are going to help me out. So I have given you 5 sentences, right? So which is the principal clause and which is the subordinate clause? Now you have to tell me. The first sentence which I have already erased, so you have already written it, right? The first sentence is, because my coffee was too cold, I heated in the microwave. So can you guess which is the principal clause and which is the subordinate clause? Any idea? Which one? Read the words. I want the words. First one you have not written. I am asking in that sentence which is the main clause, which is the principal clause, and which is the subordinate clause. Once again I will read the sentence. Because my coffee was too cold, I heated in the microwave. Be loud. Be loud. Which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause? Okay, I will help you out. See, the starting of the sentence is because my coffee was too cold. Yes, the starting letter is because. So definitely not. After that I have given a comma and I have written I heated it in the microwave. So I heated it in the microwave, then comes because. Okay, so I heated in a microwave. It can stand itself and it is a main clause. And if I say because it was too cold, say incomplete sentence, right? It is not giving you complete meaning, then it is a subordinate clause. So adding with because, using from the because, so it is a complex sentence. So the next one, second one, it is there in the code itself. Although he was wealthy, he was still unhappy. Now I have given a comma there, so you can make it different. So tell me which is the principal clause and which is the subordinate clause. Although he was wealthy, is it a complete meaning? No, it is not a complete meaning. So what it is? It is subordinate clause. He was still unhappy. Is it a complete meaning? Yes. So what it is? Principal clause. Then what it becomes? Complex sentence. Let's go third one. I went because I was invited. So which is the main clause? I went. I went is the main clause, and because I was invited is a principal clause. Fourth one. She returned the computer after she noticed it was damaged. Actually, it is very easy to identify because I have changed the pen color. So can you guess? She returned the computer. It's the main clause. After she noticed it was damaged. It's a subordinate clause. Yes. Because see, she returned the computer. It's a complete meaning. She returned the computer. The meaning is complete. After she noticed it was damaged. After she noticed, he, she means who, what she noticed, all questions arises. So it's like in a subordinate clause, it needs the help of principal clause. Okay, fifth one. Hope so you can guess it right now. If you guessed correctly, I will give you nothing right now because it's online, so I can't give you. Customers buy less products whenever prices goes up. What is that? Customers buy less products whenever prices goes up. So which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause? Which clause gives you complete meaning and which clause incomplete? Whenever prices goes up. Whenever prices goes up. Is it a complete meaning? Subordinate clause. And main clause? Yes, customers buy less products is the main clause, and whenever is the subordinate. This is the complex sentence. So don't get complex, my dear children, it's very easy. Yes? So in that sentences also it's very tasty, like khichdi is very tasty to eat. Same thing, complex sentence is also very interesting to read also. Okay, so complex sentence. So these were the sentences you have learned. So you have learned today simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So once again, we will just have a summary here. Simple sentence, a sentences which are having only one subject and one predicate. Compound sentence, sentences having one or more than one main clause and subordinate clause. It can be two main clause, it can be two subordinate clause, but adding that clauses using the word conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions. Adding that word using the conjunctions, then it becomes compound sentences. And the third one you have learned is a complex sentence. So what is a complex sentence? Sentence having only one main clause and two or more than two subordinate clauses. Then and that sentences or those sentences are complex sentences. So next time when I will meet, I am going to give you the worksheets. I will give you the 10 sentences. 10, I think so, according to your level, 10 is nothing. So near about 50 sentences I will give to you. It's a worksheet, and then you have to identify which is the simple, compound and complex. Once you have identified the complex sentence, it will be very easy you to learn noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. It becomes very easy. So that's why I have started with this first. Identify the sentences, simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So you have understood, hope so you have understood it all. So enjoy your day. Bye-bye.